And coming up next, we do have the Emirates FA Cup as Manchester United will play Nottingham Forest. And the next matchup here of the Emirates FA Cup will be between these two sides of Arsenal as they take on here against Manchester City, as that game will be also live here on BBC Match of the Day for the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And good afternoon, folks, here for the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup. The tradition happens every single season of the FA Cup. The oldest competition of all time of football is still here after 153 years. As we are here alongside my fellow pundit, aside me, Alan Shearer, with these two matches, and 4 of these teams lasted here in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. As we'll start things first, of the first matchup we talk about here will be Championship side Nottingham Forest, and they take on against Manchester United. And the famous Nottingham Forest could end up playing in the Premier League next season because they've got 2 games left in the Championship to do so, and they're now currently in 3rd position, only 2 points off from Bournemouth. But do you feel that the FA Cup distracted Forest in terms of where they are in the Championship? Because there's a massive chance for them to try and get into that massive Premier League big time for next season. Well, I would say that yes, probably, I think, because, you know, the games they've played in the Championship, loads of games they play, is ridiculous because you've got 24 teams in that division, and Forest have really handled it very, very well. You know, a good run in the FA Cup, a very good form in the Championship to be one of the teams to be promoted in the Premier League for next season, and I think they've handled it quite well in the play, of course. And under Nuno Espirito Santo this season, he has gave the belief in the Forest team that they can go and get promoted into the Premier League, because this club's been through a lot of good times in the past, such as won the European trophy, the Champions League in the 70s under the great Brian Clough, and had some great memories as a real, let's say, top established football team at the time. And things haven't worked out for Forest for 26 years, and now 26 years later they could be in the Premier League, and also a good run in the FA Cup. Maybe a surprise for them here this afternoon here to might even knock out United out to put them in the finals of the FA Cup, and might even end up winning the whole entire thing under Nuno, because Forest have been absolutely fantastic throughout the whole season, and I really hope they do get promoted to the Premier League, and I really hope if they actually make a massive surprise here in this game by knocking out Man United, the league leaders, out in the FA Cup this afternoon. Okay, then let's move on now to the game here. We do have this matchup in the FA Cup. Nottingham Forest, they will take on against Manchester United live at Wembley Stadium. Let's get to the game at Wembley, the coverage between the two sides before we get to City and Arsenal after. Right, let's get straight now into the matchup between Nottingham Forest and also as well Manchester United, as the only Championship team left in this competition is in the semis after knocking out Brighton out on penalties from last month. As we know that Forest and also Man United have got a lot to play for here in this matchup on who will be in the finals in July, either between these two sides here this afternoon. As Manchester United, obviously a team, will be the favourites to definitely win this game here over Forest, as Forest have got a lot of their attentions, of course, focused on getting promoted into the Premier League next season after 26 years not in the top flight of British football. And Forest are obviously currently sitting in 3rd place in the playoff positions currently in the Championship so far. So for them, they've got to really focus on those games as well, on trying to get automatic promotion into the Premier League. But as of right now, a very good cut run for Forest to get all the way into the finals, of course, into right now the semis for this game. And for them to get a good cut run to the semi-finals is absolutely massive for the whole of Nottingham Forest, of course, and also for Nuno Espirito Santo, who came in as manager during the summer, and he's transformed Forest into a real top team in the Championship, to be one of the potential teams to be back in the Premier League. And they were the greatest team, they were in the 70s and the 80s under the great Brian Clough. And I can see that resemblance between Nuno and Brian Clough as the two managers. There's the same personalities. And it could happen, it could do. And it could happen, maybe a magic in the cup perhaps, maybe for Forest to get to the finals as well. Not just promotion. But here's Raya now, the ball, holding it nicely. Good start to the game here for Nottingham Forest. And now here's Dalot. Now Bruno Fernandes. And now Fernandes, the ball here. Looks like he might find a pass from somebody here, maybe could go to. Here's Casemiro now. Now Casemiro found Ronaldo. Ronaldo's through here. Ronaldo's through. He's 1v1 Ronaldo. And Ronaldo scores straight in the game. And Cristiano Ronaldo makes it 1-0 against Nottingham Forest here in the FA Cup. Did not take long at all, Wembley, to put themselves in the lead, and they've done that within 7 minutes in the game as Villa Ronaldo has scored for Manchester United, and they're 1-0 up. And I think Championship side Forest, maybe a bit too much for them. I think they are the quality comparison to Premier League side who are currently top of the Premier League at the moment, Manchester United. 6 points clear from Man City, and there's got at least now 10, 11 games left of the season to go if they've got any chances on winning the Premier League title and also in the FA Cup as well, especially. So they've got a lot to play for in competitions as well for Man United. They are in the lead though, and that's pretty good to see. And now pass there now to Motel here for Nottingham Forest. And now Forest trying to dream big here in this matchup and try and get something in this FA Cup semi-final. And he's through maybe here. Good block there from United. Now Luke Shaw there clears the ball away from danger here. Now Nicholas Slut with the ball here for Manchester United. Now here's Kessie. And now Kessie's running through. Nice pass there to Ronaldo. Ronaldo to make it 2-0. And with the pole. Oh, God, that could have been 2-0 right there. Ronaldo was a massive chance for him to score another goal in the matchup to make it 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. But unfortunately, it hit the post. So it's gone out. And Forest now on the counter-attack here now. Here's Olorigi, holds to the ball here for Forest, and he does! And now it is a goal there to make it 1-1 in the game. And it's game on here between Forest and Manchester United. As now it is 1 apiece in this game. 1 apiece. And that's absolutely perfect right there for Keylor Navas. Unfortunately for him, he could not save that. And now it's 1-1 between Man U and Nottingham. As now it was Dominguez now to his Reina. Now to Anthony. Now Alanga now. Alanga to Olorigi. Now Reina now on the attack here. Shot gone wide. Massive chance there to make it 2-1 here for Forest. And now his Slut. And now his Luke Shaw now to Kessie. Now Kessie through. Now Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo running through here now to make it 2-1 here. Ronaldo. Could be a goal for Ronaldo, and he does, right in the top corner. And CR7 makes it 2-1. So, what a goal. What a brilliant hit as well from Ronaldo. And now it is 2-1 to United, back in front again here over Nottingham Forest. As the quality is a lot more comparison to Forest's. They're a championship team. And they are looking for promotion back into the Premier League. While United, however, have got a Premier League squad. And the quality is going to be a lot better on their favour in this matchup to go to the finals of the FA Cup. Favourites definitely Man United, but Nottingham Forest will make it a little bit difficult for United so far here at Wembley Stadium, as they're scored already by a goal from Olorigi, former Liverpool striker. And now Giovanni Reina now to Sangier, who send them into the semi-finals of the first place for Nottingham Forest. Great pass there to Anthony Alanga. And now Alanga won the ball back here United. And obviously Sangier did actually win Nottingham Forest that penalty shootout way back from last month to send them to Wembley. What a goal he actually made though, Sangier for Forest. Now he passed it there to Giovanni Reina now. Here's Olorigi. Nearly half time nearly, by the way. Nearly half time. And now Dominguez. Dominguez now. Here's the pass there to Hudson-Odoi. And now Hudson-Odoi now. Lost the ball. Now here's Dalot. And it is all over for the first half. As Manchester United do take the 2-1 lead here against Nottingham Forest in the game. But however, Cristiano Ronaldo has got his shooting boots here at Wembley Stadium here at this game, as it's the score at half time as Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 2 at half time in the game. And we are back here for the second half, and here we go between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest in this match for the second half. as Garnacho there won the ball. Obviously kicking things off here for United. Now let's see what he can do. And now Garnacho, he's still holding the ball here, it looks like, and he's passed it back there now to Marquinhos. And now Slur. Now Marquinhos. And now Dalot. And now Dalot running through. Pushing through here now for United. Could be a goal for maybe it's could be! Clearance there for Forest. That could have been a chance there for Man United to make it 3-1. And now Dalot again shoots. Good defending there for Forest. And now we've got ourselves a throw here for Man United. They really demand this, United, to get another goal to try and get some breathing space here to win them the game. And now Brennan Johnson comes on the field and Anthony Elanga comes off the field here for Nottingham Forest. And now throwing here, Bruno Fernandes lost the ball there to Nuno Tavares. And now Dominguez now for Nottingham Forest. Pass there to Hudson-Odoi. Now Hudson-Odoi there, pass there to Giovanni Reina. And now Dominguez with the ball here for Nottingham Forest. Nice pass there to Nuno Tavares. Tavares in the box here. Maybe a chance here for Nottingham Forest here. And Olorigi! That could be another goal for the Forest and another second goal for Olorigi. And it looks like here that Olorigi comes off the field. And looks like Taiwan Awangi's kind of come on the field instead for Nottingham Forest, the Nigerian forward. And now could he do anything in this game here to score for Forest and help them try and get themselves through maybe, because they are behind by 2-1 and time is running out, of course. Every single second counts for Forest. And now Hudson-Odoi in the box here. Now Giovanni Reina, good defending. And now here's Bruno Fernandes now finds a great pass there to Marcus Rashford. And now Rashford now, we've got another, let's say, 20 minutes left of the game to go, by the way. 20 minutes. Rashford, Ronaldo's through, and Ronaldo, could have had a hat-trick he could have done, but it looks like here's a corner has been given for Manchester United. Last touch the goalkeeper, it seems. And now a corner here for Bruno. Head away for Forest. Now Marcus Rashford. Now Rashford. Cross. Header away. Garnacho. Good defending. Now here's to Giovanni Reina. And now here's Johnson. Johnson, and he scores! And it's now goal there to make it 2-2, and the Nottingham Forest born and bred makes Forest level in the FA Cup semi-finals. The Championship side are now back level, and they might send Forest into extra time if it stays like this. And what a goal there from Brennan Johnson right there. Nottingham Forest born and bred. He came through the ranks and the youth academy system to get into the first team, and he's the main carrier for the Forest team throughout this season. And he got himself a goal against Man United in the FA Cup semi-finals here. United trying to get a goal back here. Good save right there for the goalkeeper. And now here's Hudson-Odoi. Forest might get the winner maybe in this game. This could be dangerous and worrying times for Man United here. Forest are through. And now Hudson-Odoi. Now good defending right there for Marquinhos. And the substitution, double substitution for Nottingham Forest. Is this actually a goal kick, by the way? Because apparently last touch, obviously Hudson-Odoi last. And it clipped his foot when he tried to clear the ball away there, Marquinhos. So that's why it's a goal kick for Manchester United. So we have got, let's say, 2 minutes left of the game to go. And now it looks like Telles now comes on the field. Now Ronaldo holds it. Cristiano Ronaldo. Good defending there from Nottingham Forest in this matchup. Now Dominguez. Now Taiwan Awangi now holds it. Now to Willy Boley. And now here's to Brennan Johnson to make it 3-2 to Forest. Maybe in the end of the game, but the whistle blows for full time, and this game will go to extra time between these two sides. Another, let's say, half an hour of the game of extra time to find out on who will be in the finals of the FA Cup, as it is 2-2 at full time. And we are back here now for extra time, and let's see who wins this matchup. If it stays like this in extra time, then we'll go to penalties otherwise to find out who will be in the finals of the FA Cup. Nottingham Forest do love penalty shootouts. They knocked out Brighton out of the FA Cup in the quarter-finals at the Amex Stadium. So Forest know how to win penalties. Even though that Forest are a championship team, that might be good on their disposal if they can deliver that, of course, here at Wembley, if they can end up winning here this afternoon and maybe by an upset. Now, Bruno Fernandes now. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's through. Could be 3-2. Good goalkeeping right there from Nottingham Forest. And now Willy Bowley now for Forest here. Now Bowley. Now to Awongi. Lost it back now to Wan-Bissaka. And now here's Kessie. And now Paulinho. Now Paulinho now holds it here for Man United. Good pass there now to Bruno Fernandes. Looking for options here. Now Fernandes takes it all by himself. Fernandes, and he scores to make it 3-2. And that is a massive heartbreak for Nottingham Forest as they're now back behind again. And what a goal right there from Bruno Fernandes. The captain took it all upon himself and he beats the goalkeeper, beats the defenders, and Nottingham Forest are behind and Manchester United are back in front again. And now, hopefully now, we might see United get themselves in an FA Cup final for next month. Ronaldo's come off the field, by the way, and looks like Rasmus Højlund will come on the field to replace Cristiano Ronaldo as the substitute in this game. And Ronaldo will be very happy, he'll be as well as a player to see Bruno, one of his teammates at Portugal and one of his teammates in the United's team, to get that goal, to be the potential winning goal to put United in the finals of the FA Cup. But we are going to extra time, half time, as Manchester United are leading this game here against Nottingham Forest here at extra time, half time, as it is Forest 2, Man United 3. And now we're back here for the second half of extra time as United, if they can hold out in 15 minutes from now, then Man United will guarantee the final for the FA Cup for next month if it stays 3-2 in the semi-finals of this competition. Now Marquinhos, pass the ball there, 1-2. Now back to Marquinhos now. And now finds a pass here potentially. Oh, nice little turn there for Marquinhos. Now Dalot. And now here's Telles. Great pass there to Dalot. And now here's Paulinho. Now Paulinho now, good cover there now. Here's Nicoteta. And now here's Brennan Johnson now. Here's to Willy Bowley. And now it's Toffolo. Now Toffolo now. Here's to Rubio. The Ribeiro now the ball here. Now here's to Nuno Tavares. Good defending right there. I've got to say there. Paulinho there. And now here's to Dalot. Now Dalot. All the way there. Nice cross all the way. And that is going to be that. And Man United have booked their place in the FA Cup finals at Wembley again. Another trip to Wembley once again here at this stadium for next month. Disappointment for Nottingham Forest. They could not get the job done as Championship side Forest have got their attention now on promotion into the Premier League for next season. But as for Man United, a massive win for them to be in the FA Cup finals for next month, as the match ended here at full time, at extra time, as it ends Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 3 at full time. And Manchester United have got the win here over Nottingham Forest, the Championship side here in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And they're through to Wembley for the finals to take on either Arsenal or Manchester City in the next round of the FA Cup. And Man United make it difficult for themselves in the game here against Forest, because Forest really gave a fight against United and they took this game to extra time as well. So what do you make out of this result here for United, and how lucky Nottingham Forest were during this matchup not to pick up the result here to put them in the final of the FA Cup? I think we start things first with Forest. I feel Forest have been, let's say, very unlucky, I've got to say, not to get the result here over Man United at Wembley Stadium here this afternoon. But you've got to understand that Forest have got, promotion race to focus on to get back into the Premier League for the first time since 1999. 26 years ago now they have not played in the top flight of British football, and Nottingham Forest's duty now is to focus on the promotion picture, because we know that for them, they want to be in the Premier League Great run in the FA Cup, don't get me wrong. Nuno Espirito Santo has really togethered Nottingham Forest in this competition to put themselves very far in this competition into that last four. And they could have gone to Wembley, they could have done. And, you know, very unlucky to them not to do so here this afternoon. But as of for Manchester United, we know that in this game that they should win the matchup on paper. They've got the quality, they've got the players. I know they've got the Premier League to worry about as well, because they want to win the league as well also. So there's a lot of good things ahead of them, obviously, for Mauricio Pochettino's side, of course, in this competition and also in the Premier League. And that's their aim, really, realistically, is to aim in those two competitions. And they've done very, very well to get the win, but they did make it hard themselves in this matchup, and they allowed Forest to create the massive opportunity to try and win the game, in fact, and put themselves through in the finals and send United out of the FA Cup. But great in the extra time period that United were resilient and they somehow got the win and they're through into the finals. Okay, thank you very much there, Alan. And now we move on to our next game, the following day of the semi-finals of the FA Cup, as we do have the Arsenal as they take on against Manchester City. And who could meet Manchester United at Wembley for the final in July? And let's get to the coverage for the game. And let's get straight now to the matchup here at Wembley Stadium between the Arsenal and Manchester City, as we know how big this game really is in terms of the matchup. Who'll join Manchester United at Wembley for the finals for next month? Will it be the Arsenal or will it be Man City? There's a massive challenge on our hands here on who will get the win, who will be in the finals. Man City are the favourites though, and it'd be great to see a Messi and v Ronaldo FA Cup final-esque, hopefully so, for the final for next month. But Arsenal is standing on their sights to stop them from playing in the finals. Gabriel Jesus scored 4 goals in the last 3 matches to get into the FA Cup semi-finals, as we know that he'll be the main talisman for Arsenal on stopping Man City from doing anything in this game. It's Mikel Arteta's Arsenal versus Pep Guardiola's Manchester City here, as the two teams are getting ready for kick-off right now, as we know that Arsenal are not got a lot to play for this season, only trying to aim for qualifying in the top 5 to play in the UEFA Champions League for next season, and also maybe a chance to win the FA Cup again, maybe so. The most successful team to do so in FA Cup history, to win more FA Cups in the past. And we know that obviously that will be big for us, so they can deliver that. But as for Man City, however, we know how big this game will really be also of the Sky Blues of Manchester, on how they will play in this game. They've got a very good team, Messi up front with Benzema, Phil Foden, and that might be dangerous for Arsenal to stop those 3 players, because throughout the games they've played, Man City, they've been so dominant in those front 3 with Foden, Messi and Benzema on that side of the pitch up front. So this is going to be a very good game, this will be here between these two sides in the FA Cup. Man City kick things off, and here we go. And here goes the matchup here. Arsenal v Man City, FA Cup, right here, right now, is starting things off. And now Guardiola lost the ball here now. Throwing here for Man City. Good start to the game here for Arsenal to try and get the ball off of Man City here now. Here's Saka. Saka, nice ball run here, Saka now. What's he going to do here, Bukayo Saka? He runs through, he's 1v1, he's hungry, and he scores! And Arsenal are 1 goal up within 4 minutes in the game. What a start to the matchup. What an absolute start to the match. Within 4 minutes in the game, Arsenal take the lead here at Wembley Stadium, and Arsenal are 1-0 up, and City are behind. And that's not looking good for Man City whatsoever, to be behind here at Wembley against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final, as they're down here by 1-0 in this match. But a very good run for Saka, and a very good finish for Saka as well. Okay, now here's Kimmerwall. Now here's to Declan Rice. And now here's to, looks like now, Laporte now. Here Laporte now to Diaz. And now Rodri. Now is Chuese. Great one back here, ball here for Jorginho now for the Arsenal here. Now here's Odegaard. And now here's to Benzema. And now it's Chuese. And now Phil Foden. And now Benzema has a shot. Save right there to the goalkeeper. Get the ball away from danger, because Man City could have scored there, but Arsenal clear the ball away and make sure they control this game, hopefully. So, great pass there now to Gabriel Jesus now, running through the ball here. Now Jesus, and he's a goal there to make it 2-0. And the former Man City striker scores against them here at Wembley. And now Arsenal are 2-0 up here in the game. What a brilliant finish right there from Gabriel Jesus. A brilliant run right there. A great pass there from Martin Odegaard to give the ball there to Jesus to slot that ball in the bottom corner against his former team of Man City, as a massive win maybe for Arsenal could happen here for them to get to the finals and take on Manchester United at Wembley for next month. Now here's Guardiola here. Now City now on the attack. Now Benzema has a shot, save right there for the goalkeeper for David Raya. So Man City got themselves now a corner in this matchup here. Rodri takes the corner. Header, save right there for the goalie right there from David Raya again. Another corner here for City. And now cross into the box. Right to the keeper's hands. Nice and comfortable right there for the goalkeeper, David Raya. Now throws the ball near to Bukayo Saka. Nice run for Saka. Nice through run. And now he's going to find maybe options, maybe so. Nice little turn there from Saka. And now it could be a goal here to make it 3. Could be a chance here. Martinelli could have got there to make it 3, but unfortunately lost control of that. And looks like it'll be a goal kick here for Man City in the game. But I've got to say, Gabriel Jesus to score that goal to try and extend the lead here is big for Arsenal, for Arteta's men, as they've got a massive chance, Arsenal, to win the FA Cup if they end up beating Man City and United in the finals, and also here for this afternoon, and also qualify them in the top 5 to qualify for the UEFA Champions League. So there's a lot to play for in terms of Arsenal this season, despite them currently 2 goals in front. And now here's Jude Bellingham now. Great run here to Messi. Messi, good defending now. Saliba. And now Martinelli. And now Rodri. And now all the way there to Phil Foden. And now Benzema. Keeper right there's got the hands on that there. Throw the ball there to Odegaard. Saka now on the ball here. That's good to see there from Bukayo Saka. Options maybe here for Saka perhaps. Could be a goal. Nice little turn there, Saka. Could be. Oh, good goalkeeping there from Ederson. Or might have not actually touched Ederson, actually. I think he touched Ederson when the ball was already out of the pitch. So goal kick here for City. And we have got another 2 minutes left of the game to go, by the way. And maybe it might have to be 2-0 to the Arsenal in the break. Unless City might get a goal back here. Maybe a little bit of hope for City in the match. But they are still, of course, behind. Now, Jesus to make it 3 before half-time. Save from Ederson. And that could have been 3-0 to kill off the game for sure, just before half-time. But a wonderful save right there for Ederson to stop and keep that ball out from danger. But half-time here at Wembley Stadium of the semi-finals of the FA Cup, as Arsenal 2, Man City 0 at half-time. And now we are back here for the second half, as Arsenal are in the lead here in the Emirates FA Cup semi-finals by 2-0. And looks like Arteta's men could be heading into the final take on Manchester United if it stays like this until the 90th minute of the game, unless City can score 2 goals to put the game into extra time, or 3 goals to put themselves through. And now Jesus meanwhile here, and he makes it 3-0 straight in the second half. And no hesitation whatsoever as Jesus puts the ball into the back of the net, and that's his second goal in the game here for Arsenal, for Jesus, as the Gunners are 3-0 up to the good. What a brilliant goal right there for him. Really run through the play, 1v1 to the goalkeeper, and now it's 3-0 to the Arsenal. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. I can't say any more than that. So let's see what happens. Here's now a pass there now. Oh, lost control of that. What's going to happen here now? Here's Martinelli. And now running through here now for Arsenal. Martinelli. Martinelli, oh, could have been. And now it's gone all the way there to the goalkeeper's hands of Ederson. And now all the way down to Odegaard. Now Odegaard's now finding options here now for Arsenal. On the attack here now to Martinelli. Has a shot, has a hit, and it's gone wide. And looks like Julian Alvarez will come on the field, by the way, here for Man City. And also Phil Foden will come off the field to replace here by Julian Alvarez to see what he can do in the pitch. But I think Pep Guardiola's team knows that now it's over for Man City. They've got a lot to play for now. Hopefully for the UEFA Champions League. They do have to play the second leg to Benfica. In the first leg from last week, Man City won 2-0 at the Etihad Stadium from Wednesday's match against Benfica. Now, hopefully on next Wednesday, in the second leg, they can progress into the finals of the Champions League. And now 4-0 to Arsenal, maybe so. And it is 4-0. And what a goal there now for Bukayo Saka. As looks like the weak defending right there for Man City was very appalling right there, and really just watched Arsenal on hit Saka to get the touch to put the ball past him into the back of the net. And now 4-0 to the Arsenal, because it's been a very good game so far. The football's been absolutely good in terms of Arsenal so far in the game. All the Arsenal fans are so happy to see their team be leading here at Wembley Stadium by 4-0. And we all know that City have got the Champions League to look forward to. They've got focus on the Champions League and also focus on the Premier League as well. Because Man United are now 6 points clear at the top of the Premiership. And they've got to really aim on those two competitions. Also the FA Cup, they can end up probably get to the final. But I doubt it now. They're going to be in the final now after losing here. Or likely now to be losing the whole game to send themselves out of the semi-finals of the FA Cup to Arsenal here this afternoon. And now Declan Rice now to Jesus here, now to Kyle Walker, and now here's Jude Bellingham, and now Julian Alvarez, and that's going to be, looks like here no, he's passed it back there to Pacho. Now it's Declan Rice, and now here's Martin Odegaard now for Arsenal. Nice little run here, Odegaard, and now good defending there for Kyle Walker now for Messi here. Nice pass there now to Benzema. We have got, let's say, 10 minutes left of the game to go. There's no way now that Man City will make a comeback from this. I think it's all over, by the way, in terms of this result here. I think Arsenal will create that time to be in the finals against Man United. And there's a chance to make it 5. Sweaty goal, and it is 5-0. And what a pass there from Martinelli there to assist his fellow Brazilian teammate as well, Jesus, to score the 5th goal. And that's a hat-trick right there for Gabriel Jesus in the game. And now Arsenal will definitely be in the FA Cup final to meet with Manchester United in next month in July, as the two most successful teams of the FA Cup of all time, as Man United have won 13 or 14 FA Cups, while Arsenal have won 15 or 14 FA Cups, as those two teams are the most successful teams of all time in this great competition for the last 150 years. And now Rodri now pass the ball there to Jude Bellingham. And now Bellingham now on the run here with the ball. Pass there to Benzema. Not long left the clock to go. Nearly over here for full time. Any minute now the whistle could blow. Arsenal are looking for the whistle here. And it is all over. And Arsenal have done it. They have been absolutely brilliant in this game. Absolutely unbelievable throughout the first half and the second half to end up qualifying themselves into the finals of the FA Cup. And they'll be taken on against Manchester United, Arsenal will be. And I've got to say, amazing hat-trick for Gabriel Jesus in the game to really sum it all up here on Arsenal's great performance here at Wembley Stadium, as it ends here at full time as Arsenal 5, Manchester City 0 at full time. The official results of the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup: Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 3, Arsenal 5, Manchester City 0. And that'll mean the finals of the FA Cup will be live in July for next month at Wembley Stadium between Manchester United, as they'll play against Arsenal, to find out on that day on who will be holding the Emirates FA Cup trophy by the end of the season between those two sides. But a big result, of course, for the Arsenal to get the win here over Manchester City. And I thought City were the probably favourites to try and get the result here in the match, to try and get themselves a chance on playing United, the Manchester derby in the FA Cup. But Arsenal were resilient in the match. And how do you feel, Alan, about the result here for Arsenal to win here by 5-0? And I'm very pleased for Arsenal to get the result here in the game. And straight in the first minute of the game, they really showed a lot of their 100% quality in the matchup. And Man City, during the start of the game, were very, let's say, not themselves during the matchup. I thought City will give Arsenal a real matchup here at Wembley Stadium here this afternoon. But unfortunately, that was not the case. And Arsenal were, let's say, really ruthless in the game and very relentless in the matchup to win this match and be desperate to win this match to get in the FA Cup finals against Manchester United for next month. And I'll be very looking forward to the matchup between these two great successful teams who've won the FA Cup 13 and 14 times this trophy to play each other in that major final at Wembley for next month. Because we know that Spurs, Arsenal's rivals, are probably the hot favourites to win the Europa League. And I feel that Arsenal's duty also is to win a trophy as well, like Spurs might do by the end of this season if things go their way in the Europa League semi-finals against Lille for this Tuesday coming up. And Alan, before we wrap up the show here for the Emirates FA Cup here, what's your prediction in the finals between Manchester United and Arsenal next month at Wembley? You're putting me in the real dangerous spot here there, Gary. Well, I think that these two teams are remarkable teams in this competition. The most successful teams in FA Cup history, Manchester United and also the Arsenal. In my prediction, obviously, for next month, I can't really say because these two teams are very good teams. I know in the league, United are the top of the Premiership. Arsenal are not doing as great in being in that top 4 or top 5 of the Premiership at the moment, but at the same time they're going to be up there, of course, and give Man United a real game in that final. So I can't really say there, Gary, who I think could win and walk out as the FA Cup winners of 2025. Okay, fair enough there, Alan, and now we're going to wrap things up the show here for this match of the day for the Emirates FA Cup semi-finals as we returning back for next month for the final between Man United and the Arsenal, and also we'll see you guys during the week with some European football up for grabs for the Europa League and also for the Champions League. But until then, have a very good evening, everyone.